My Lord Mayor, Lady Mayoress, Sheriff and consorts, Alderman, Upper Bailiff, Prime Warden, visiting masters, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I, on behalf of the Pewter's Company, offer you the warmest of welcomes to the Hall and to Pewter Live 2023. Tonight, the first evening of our traditional three-day event, we are privileged to host so many guests, too many to name, but amongst them we are honoured to have not only the current Lord Mayor and Sheriff, but several of their predecessors together with their consorts. We are delighted to welcome, I hope I get this right, 11 current masters and prime wardens, an upper bailiff, their clerks and their consorts too. And it's a special pleasure to see so many personal guests of members of the company and of course to see so many pewterers, including emeriti and honorary liverymen. Once you digest the titles of all those present, it begins to sound like a full house in the livery bingo game. But it isn't, because we have failed to get the master of the newest member of the group, what is now the Worshipful Company of Nurses, who have just taken their place in the livery as number 111, and what better number for them? We offer them our warmest congratulations. We hope you will all, whatever your title, enjoy seeing the works on display, that you will indulge yourselves with the food and with the wine, and that you have brought your shopping lists and credit cards with you. Pewter makes an excellent gift, and there are only a limited number of shopping days till Christmas. If you haven't got your credit card, the clerk's got an IOU system on the go. I would like, if I may, to say a huge thank you to all our sponsors: Rathbones, Virtus, Lucida Medical, David and Isabel Martinson, Lila Zollinger, Sarah Target, the National Association of Jewelers, City and Guilds, Michael Piercy, Rosemary and Paul Wildash, and of course those extremely generous benefactors who have preferred to remain anonymous. We are so grateful for all your support. So, what is Pewter Live? Well, it's our flagship event. It promotes the use of pewter in modern as well as traditional products. It encourages innovation in design, and our hope is that those who make things with pewter will use the material to its fullest potential and make successful businesses and careers out of working with it. Pewter Live has a notable history. It's been held here in this hall since 1987, but the company itself is incomparably older. We are about to celebrate our 550th anniversary of the granting of our first Royal Charter under Edward IV, and I have the huge privilege of being the 586th Master Pewterer. You will appreciate, of course, the company plays a very different role in the modern world from that of the 15th century, with far greater emphasis on charitable and on fellowship activities. But we remain fully committed to supporting the craft, and Pewter Live is central to this. So the 3 days are packed with demonstrations, education, opportunities for networking. There's an annual European design competition for both students and well-established pewtersmiths, and their work, which you will be able to see as you wander around the hall, is, I hope, I trust, a glorious synthesis of young talent and the wisdom of experience. The displays demonstrate an understanding of sympathy with the qualities of pewter, which I think would have astounded and delighted the pewterers of 550 years ago. We recognise and applaud all of those who have taken place in these competitions. Outside the competitions, the event also provides a platform for our British manufacturers to show you their wonderful pieces, and you'll see many of them downstairs. They have been generously supporting us this week, and we are grateful to them. So enjoy, admire, and buy. The theme this year is energy. After the last few years, it seems only fitting that we should throw ourselves back into creativity with all the energy that we can muster. But it would be churlish not to recognise that during those difficult 2 years through which we all struggled, the company was able, as so many were, to adapt extraordinarily well and to innovate with online events. And we do recognise that this led to new opportunities for the makers of pewter to educate us, to show us their skills and to sell their wares. So although we are now back in the hall and we again have our traditional marquee outside, we don't want to lose what we gained. So this year we've combined live and online events with leading names in the world of pewter design and manufacturing involved in daily workshops and lectures. The use of the internet, of course, means we can reach out to many more people than before, both here in the UK and internationally. But it is always a special joy to welcome you here to our hall, and I do that on behalf of all those involved in the worshipful company of Pewterers. Thank you very much.
Pray silence for the Right Honourable the Lord Mayor.
Thank you. Master, Wardens, fellow Aldermen, Sheriff, ladies and gentlemen, it's a huge pleasure as always to be here with you at Pewterers Hall, and thank you, Master, for that very informative introduction, and may I say how grateful we are for your stewardship of the Pewterers, and how you manage to be a master and a best-selling author is beyond me. But I would like to start by thanking everyone here who has worked on this year's Pewter Live. As the Master has said, in its 35th year, this competition is still going strong and is more vibrant than ever. And its core principles, a wonderful celebration and demonstration of innovation and beauty in pewter design, is evident in the fine pieces on display. One of the wonderful parts of the livery is to see how these institutions, whose histories often have their roots in medieval times, interact with and inspire the modern-day practitioners of their crafts. Not only does this company support those practitioners through events like this, you help designers through commissions, publicity, and many other opportunities, as well as developing and maintaining skills by supporting City and Guilds and the Queen Elizabeth Scholarship Trust. Indeed, no fewer than 5 recent Lord Mayors have selected pewter for presentation gifts during their year. So you always have a great supporter and customer in the Mansion House. Now, it's obvious that there is a great level of activity from the Pewterers, and I believe this year's exhibition mirrors that. So the subcommittee, chaired by Sarah Targett, has set the task for this Pewter Live to introduce an item or range of items that evoke the theme of energy. The winners will be announced at the presentation of prizes on Thursday, the 18th of May, and let's hope we don't have to stay up till 1 a.m. like Eurovision to hear the result. But until then, it gives me very great pleasure to declare this year's Pewter Live formally open. Thank you very much indeed.